Yep. We're not gonna stay long today, even though I always say that. I always say that, and we end up staying like an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. But we're not gonna stay long today or tonight. We're just gonna get right to the point. Hopefully, some people can catch us on the replay. Um, Starting next month, I'll be upgrading my streaming platform to have people join me on the live. I'm gonna be going live more often, just like I used to, stuff like that. As long as as long as the conversations are positive and none of that negative BS. You know what I mean? But today's topic, what I want to talk about, man, is put down the phones, right? And when I say put down the phones, I'm talking about. I'm not just thinking about truck drivers, unruly wagwan. I'm thinking about everybody. Let me tell you, I was driving today. I was in an Uber today. Took a Uber, right? And I seen this young lady pass driving a Hyundai Elantra, and she gotta be no more than 18, 19, right? Yo, she driving about 50 miles an hour, heads down in her phone, yo. You know what I mean? So I'm wondering, I'm thinking to myself, like, they gotta push for people, especially four wheelers. They gotta push. They have to do something. They gotta make the tickets more severe. It's something that they got to do to get people to put them phones down, because it's a big distraction. You guys already know as professional driver that, using the phone, texting and driving is a no-no. You know what I mean? I used to be like always wondering like why some of these companies like always talking about the phone, but it makes sense, man. Like, put down the phone, guys. You know what I mean? It definitely makes sense because too much accidents, man. Way too much accidents. Um, Way too much accidents, yo. That's caused by the phone. That phone call can wait. Even though, as truck drivers, like as long as we got the headphones on with the covering the one ears, it's all good. But as far as you got some guys out there that'll take it to the extreme. They'll be texting and stuff. They'll be looking where their loads is going. They grab their phone. They put on the GPS. They want to see who's calling them. They want to check their email. They want to go on YouTube. They want to go on TikTok. You know what I mean? They want to listen to their favorite music driving down the road. You know what I mean, guys? All it takes is a split of a second, 2 or 3 seconds, and you can end up losing your CDL, yo. And then you got to ask yourself, is this important? You know what I mean? Was that so important for me to lose my CDL just for that? You can kill a whole family looking down at your phone for 3 to 4 to 5 seconds. You know, we took this PACE class today. We took this class today for PFG on this safe driving class, and we watched a video where this particular driver he had his head down for 8 seconds. He had his head down checking a text, right? And in those 8 seconds, he didn't see the stoplight ahead. He ended up running over this car, pushing it, killing the driver. Trying, what's going on? killing the driver, yo. Driver left behind a daughter, brand new son, newborn. Um, a daughter, brand new son. Uh, wife. Um, oh, you seen that video, right? Yeah, that video, man. That video, man. Yeah, that video shook me up a little bit too. You know what I mean? Because, and it even shook me up for the driver. It shook me up for the driver also, bro, because he seemed like he's very remorseful while he's doing his time in jail. You already know he got charged for manslaughter, and it was the obvious. Like it was a, it was the obvious. Like I was thinking right away that yo, he's checking the phone because something to do with a woman, right? And he was checking his phone because he said him and his girlfriend, I think, said they were looking for a house. So she sent him a house or whatever, and he was looking at the house. Oh, he's out of jail. So how many times did he get? I know it's manslaughter, but it's crazy, man. You know what I mean? So basically, and I guarantee you, I don't think he got that girlfriend no more. You know what I mean? So I always tell people, man, don't let nobody mess up your job. Could be your girlfriend, your wife, your mother, anybody, yo. If they tell them it can wait. You know what I mean? Respect the respect 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 our professional respect our profession as a driver, right? One of the supervisors, they brought up an interesting point today. Like with all the technology that they have nowadays, right? Why can't they come up with a technology for us truck driver, not for us truck driver, but everybody out there, like come up with a technology where if you're driving and somebody trying to call you, they're instantly going to get like a message that you're driving. So that will like kind of force them to kind of force them into try giving you a ring when you stop driving. You know what I mean? Yo, you got to put down the phone, man. That's why that 8 second video. Oh, you said it is? No, hey, I got an Android. So I don't got that, man. I don't got an iPhone. You know what I mean? I definitely don't got that. I'm not an iPhone person. So, but anyways, that 8 second video, man, it kind of inspired me to it kind of inspired me to like talk about it, man, and stuff like that. I do a good job of well, I don't text and drive. I'm not doing that, right? Um, guilty of answering my phone. I can admit that. I'm guilty of answering my phone while I'm driving, but when we got the headsets on and stuff like that, I got to work on that. But you'll never catch me texting and driving. That's a big distraction. That's a big no-no. What else? When it comes to distraction and driving, the most distraction that you can catch me with is probably trying to eat and drive at the same time. You know what I mean? Like I'll be the first one to tell you that I eat and drive, man, and that's something that you know we might not think that's a distraction, but that's a big time distraction. You know what I mean? But if you can do it in a manner where you're just flowing down the road and you don't have to look at what you're grabbing to eat, like then it can flow like that. But if it's something that you gotta like take you away from the paying attention to the road too long, then that's a distraction. But you know, yeah, you're right. Everybody do it, man. Take a bite to eat and keep moving down the road. So yeah, I'm guilty of that. But when it comes to the phone stuff, man, I take my phone very serious. You know what I mean? Seatbelt, take my seatbelt very serious. Overall safety, I take safety serious on these roads. You know what I mean? Because you gotta understand the type of job that we do. Like you gotta watch out. We gotta watch out for everybody around us, man. Every single day. We're not just driving for us, we're driving for people. You know what I mean? When you go to work, man, your family expecting you to come home, So all the drivers out there, man, just do whatever it is that you gotta do. You know what I mean? Hey, anybody that know any QCD drivers in Florida, man, South Florida, hey, just let them know, hey, we hiring, man, because boy, oh boy, you guys gonna need it. Especially the ones that had the Chick-fil-A account. Even though they still got that account, they're gonna have that account until I think December or January. And then Chick-fil-A is supposed to be taking that over in South Florida, that is. But QCD is also losing another big account. So that's two big accounts they're getting hit back to back. So, some of their drivers, man, they're going to be looking for jobs. They can't survive off of that Starbucks only. You know what I mean? So they're losing two really good accounts, man. Chick-fil-A taking their Chick-fil-A and Chipotle taking their Chipotle and they're giving it to a better company. You know what I mean? So, hey, I guess for some reason, man, how the universe work, Chick-fil-A coming right back in my hands, bro. Not Chick-fil-A, but Chipotle. Chipotle coming right back in my hands, man. The easiest account I ever did, bro. Easiest. It's coming right back in my hands. You know what I mean? Chain account as a whole is easy, man. Any drivers out there ever got a chance to work a chain account, especially when you're doing one account, you're just doing one account. Like you cannot beat that. You know what I mean? And the reason why you can't beat that, let's just say you go to a stop, right? And you're looking for a case of sour cream for a particular stop, right? And you cannot find it. You can't find that label or whatever. Bro, just grab the sour cream from another store. It's the same thing. You know what I mean? Everybody getting the same thing. Everybody getting the same chicken, same tomatoes. You know what I mean? Same avocados. Like the easiest work in food service is when you're doing the same stops. And you got to have a boring mind because it's going to become really boring because you're doing the same thing over and over and over again. You better have people to talk to. You better be self sufficient. You better be efficient. You know, that's how you're going to get through that. You know what I mean? But I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I can't wait to get back in chain account. You know, definitely tired of this mom and pops. I wish I can stop doing this mom and pops like today, but I gotta wait a little bit. to get back to chain account, get back running. I've been thinking about it, man. I've been thinking about it like, how do I want to approach this? Do I want to run the ramp again, or do I want to use my lift gate? And then I started thinking about the efficiency of how the work is going to be done. When I think about the efficiency and stuff like that, man, I think it's best to do chain account with the ramp. That's the most efficient way you can do chain account, man. Yeah, the lift gate is easier and blah blah blah, but bro, once you drop that ramp, if you can get that ramp in the door of the store, yo, you're good. You're getting off. Like, I think the lift gate and chain account would probably, let's just say you have a route with 1,200 cases, 5 stops. I think the lift gate will slow you down probably an hour to an hour and a half slower. You know what I mean? So I'm looking forward to getting. I'm looking forward to have them belly load us, Chilton style, whatever style you want to call it, coming through the side door with the dry products to the left, freezer product to the right, cooler in front of you on the wall. I think that's the way to go, man. And chain account, and chain account is the easiest in food service, man. It's the heaviest and also the easiest to me. You know what I mean? Like, everything is pretty much organized, grab and go. You know, that's where I'm trying to get to, man. Shout out to everybody that's up in here. That's where we trying to get back into, man. Trying to get back into chain account, and we willing to run the ramp, man. You know, unless I got like 14, 1,500 case on one truck, which I'm willing to do. Then I might think about taking a lift gate. You know, I don't know, man. We'll see. We'll see how they gonna set it up and stuff like that. We'll see how it's gonna be, man. But I'm excited to be getting back in chain account, man, where I need to be. That's where I need to be, man. It's been a nice ride doing these mom and pops, you know, where you got like five customers, they all want to get delivered at 7 o'clock. Man, that US food Waffle House, bro, like, you be having like 300 cases at a Waffle House. Man, you can do that in less than an hour and 20 minutes, man. You could probably do that in an hour, 300 cases of Waffle House. Bro, them steaks and those pork chops, bro, you can literally get over 20 cases of little meats on a hand truck. They they probably think I'm lying, narrow path finders. Tell them how quick you can do those Waffle Houses, man. I'm talking about 300 cases in probably an hour. That's probably the quickest stops you can do. Waffle Houses. Then I put Waffle House at number one, quickest stop you can do. Now I probably got to go IHOP number two, quickest stops that you can do. The cases is so easy, bro, to deliver. And then I don't know if you noticed, but Waffle House, no, IHOP got similar cases to like they got similar cases to Applebee's. I don't know if you noticed that, with a little bit of like when it comes to dry goods, they got similar cases, right? But of course the cooler and freezer are gonna have different variants because same company. I don't know if they're still the same company, but last time I checked, they're the same company. They order a lot of stuff the same. Um, the harder stuff to deliver is stops like, you got your stops like, um, P.F. Chang. You got your stuff like, those real taco places with heavy meat. Anything that got to do with heavy meats, heavy rice, heavy beans, a lot of 610s and stuff like that. Those are the type of stops that's going to slow you down. Big boxes, you're going to take a long time to do it. Um, it's going to, and I don't like those. I don't like big boxes, man. It takes up too much cubes in your trailer. So you might have a trailer with like, let's just say you have a trailer with like 30,000 pounds, right? And I have a trailer with 25,000 pounds. I might have more cases than you because your stuff is just, you just got big cases. You know what I mean? So stuff like that matters. Say 300 cases would take you a lot of time. Not Waffle House, man. Waffle House is just, it's just different type of cases, man. You know what I mean? It's just different. Like you got to see it to believe it. You definitely got to see it. If anybody that do it, they know what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? Definitely got to see it. Like put it like this, like I believe in chain account. I believe all drivers should be running at least, I see 175 Ks an hour in chain account. Now in street account, I think all drivers need to be moving up to, I'll say about 75 Ks an hour. Yeah. Chain account 175, street account 75. Maybe a little bit more from 75. But you got to understand the difference with your street account. Like you might be at your first stop and remind you got to tear down a whole pallet of cooler. Sometimes you need one case and it might be at the bottom of that cooler pallet to the left side. You know what I mean? So you never know what you're getting into. Like you can get to your first stop on street account and it might, your digging time alone might be 15 minutes. So when you finally, boom, you get to your first stop, it probably take you 2 or 3 minutes to open the door, key drop, turn on the light, set yourself up. By the time you start digging through your stuff, it's gonna take you another 15 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes to dig to what you want. So now we sitting at almost 20 minutes, right? And let's just say you got like 40 cases at your first stop, and they're gonna give you like 25 minutes to run 40 cases, 25 minutes. So by the time you get through halfway of those cases, you deliver like 20 cases so far, boom, your time is going to run out. So you're always behind. Whenever you start on time, street account, you're always behind. You start on time, you run behind. Always remember that. Start on time, you run behind. Um, huh? What am I doing? Oh, anything. No, I take care of that. Yeah. You know what I mean? What I was saying. What I was saying. Yeah, hey, the let me tell you, like, so what I'm saying with street account, you start on time, you run behind. Like, you literally gotta start to stay ahead of the game on street account, you gotta start about 20 to 30 minutes earlier if you wanna beat that time, man, just start the time, come in, you gotta break down that pallet. You eventually start catching up and running ahead when you have like most of the things like broken down. But the time that they give you to run these daytime routes, these street accounts, is definitely wrong sometimes, man. It's awful. Um, it irritates me sometimes. especially when I know I work quick. Um, man, I work fast, and sometimes, man, like I got this one stop, right? I got this one stop. You got to bring the cases to the elevator. Then you got to go upstairs, deliver, and remind you. Sometimes you'll get to the stop, and there might be another truck on the dock. You gotta wait. You gotta wait for that truck to clear the dock. Then you gotta get on the dock. You gotta either build a pallet to bring upstairs, or you gotta do hand trucks. And remind you, if you do hand trucks, let's just say you got 12 hand trucks, and you carry four hand trucks. So you put four hand trucks in the elevator. You gotta do three trips of four hand trucks. And even if you build a pallet to bring upstairs, you got to build that pallet, bring it to the elevator, go upstairs, unbreak it down, run it. So things like that, a lot of times they don't even take in consideration of the time. You know what I mean? So the guys that run overnights and the guys that run chain account is 100% of the times they're going to run faster than us. You know what I mean? And it's not because they're faster than us. It's because of the way food service is set up. Oh yeah. Hey, you know what's so funny in food service? I want you guys that work the day shift, right? If you save your paperwork, take a look at your paperwork, right? Look at the time they have you leaving one stop, getting to the next stop. It is absolutely ridiculous. Like I literally see in my paper sometimes where they'll put me leaving one stop at 9:16 p.m. and getting to the next stop at 9:16 p.m. How? You know what I mean? Like it be giving you like 2 minutes sometimes to get to the next stop. Bro, even if the next stop is round the corner, even if you gotta go on the street, make a right and make another right, you gotta take in consideration that you're gonna start the truck. Yo, you gotta put on your seatbelt. Like it's so much things you gotta take in consideration, man. So you know what I mean? Like, and that's why drivers run out of time sometimes, like because like if you have like a 13 and a half hour route, you say the truck got wings. You have a 13 and a half hour route, man. Sometimes, like, all the times that they got that's crazy, it's just going to naturally push it over 14 hours. So, if you already used that 16-hour exemption for the week, you're pretty much screwed, man. You know what I mean? And I think they designed it that way to just for you to get the work done, man. Because these companies they push for so much safety, 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 but then their time thing is like all out of whack. You know what I mean? And it's not fair because like customers get to see this. So, if a customer looking at the update and they see that their delivery is supposed to get delivered at 9:30 a.m. and then, the driver show up at 10:20 a.m., they get to complain and stuff like that, but they don't understand what we go through as drivers. Oh man, you used your 16 yesterday? That's crazy. I haven't used my 16 in a long time, and I hope not to use it. You know what I mean? I haven't. I haven't. I haven't got. I got close to 14. Well, I get to close to 14 a lot, man. I'm not even gonna lie to you, especially on Mondays. And it'd be weird, man, because like sometimes I have like 600 cases. Well, I do drive over 90 miles a day, so you got to minus 90 miles. You literally got to minus like almost 2 hours, right? So let's be honest, like 90 miles is realistically an hour and a half, but you got to factor in traffic and stuff like that. You got to factor in all the slow down areas, and you got to factor in all the places where you can't go over 30 to 40 miles an hour, right? It's not just highway miles, it's rock miles also. So 90 miles, I put that more than 2 hours. So boom, 2 hours is off of my running time where I'm actually running the route. So that set me behind the eight ball. So, if somebody running a local route, right, and I'm doing my regular route, they have 2 hours advantage of the amount of work that I can do. You know what I mean? 28 hours straight through. That is crazy. That is ridiculous, man. That is absolutely ridiculous, bro. Man, they keep on making noise out there, bro. Hey, Premier Cleaning, let me ask you a question. You used to have a cleaning company or something like that? I'm interested to know the ins and out of that business and stuff like that. Interested to know the competition. Um, is that a worthy side hustle? Is that a worthy hustle? You know what I mean? Let me know. Oh, okay. I was just wondering because of that name, your name that pop up. Man, I seen this talking about working 28 hours. I seen this video on YouTube of this company. Trying to remember the name of the company, but basically they forced their driver to drive from California to like I forgot where he was going, man, but he ended up hitting somebody and he ended up killing a family also. And man, it's crazy out there, bro. Like, y'all gotta be careful, man. Like, I wouldn't work for a company. California to Phoenix, yeah, okay. So you know what I'm talking about. It's that yeah, so yeah, he the Cuban guy, you know what I mean? Name of the company is name of the company is man, I forgot the name of the company, but man, point I'm trying to make is do not work for a company that pushes you guys, man. Like don't do nothing illegal. Not worth it. The money is just not worth it. You know what I mean? Like once you're tired, get some sleep. Like nothing beats sleep. You know what I mean? You can drink a million cups of coffee. You can walk, you can get out of the truck, you can walk around it, you can dance, you can do a million push-ups, jumping jacks, backflips. You know what I mean? You can drink NOS, Red Line, Red Bull. You know what I mean? Like drink all the energy drink in the world, eat a million sandwiches. You know what I mean? Like nothing beats sleeping, man. When you're tired, pull over. Like slapping yourself in the face, that don't work. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, I know, yeah, I know that's a team route. definitely got to be a team route. Rolling 28 hours. The way how and I know how the team route is structured. The team route is the team route is really structured to be work as one person in a sleeper, another person working. Flip flop. That's how the team route was originally designed. But you know how we a freak of nature. Drivers get together. They told themselves, you know what? Let's knock this route out, man. Truck money out. What's going on, yo? Yeah, I know how them team routes operate, man. Just by basic knowledge of trucking, man. I can literally know how the team route is meant to be. But we put our own twist on it. And man, them supervisors out there, they know what we doing. They know what we doing, man. They just want the work to get done. You know what I mean? They just want the work to get done. That's all. You're back with the company where the truck's always on the side of the road. U.S. Foods. The company's always trucks is always off to the side of the road. That's the only company I can think about in food service. If you're talking about food service, you got to go U.S. Food. Trucks on the side of the road. U.S. Food one, McLean two. You say U.S. Food? Yep. U.S. Food is the number one trucks broken down side of the road in Florida, man. If you know, you know, man. If you've been doing food service for a while and paying attention to them trucks on the side of the road, you know U.S. Food leads the nation. Well, Florida, that is. And trucks to the side of the road with McLean coming in at a distant number two. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. As raggedy as some of the Cisco trucks are, I don't really see them on the side of the road like that. I don't really see Cisco on the side of the road like that. If y'all do, let me know. But every now and then I see McLean, um, Cheney. We got our fair share of problems, But I mean, we keep good truck and trailers, but you know, but U.S. Food, especially Port Orange, bro. Them Port Orange truck and trailers, bro. For a division that makes so much money, they might lead the nation with the amount of breakdowns. Yeah, I don't blame you, man. Sometimes you gotta make some. A lot of times people make tough decisions tough. Like you gotta make tough decision easy. And you just gotta break down everything and you gotta like do what's best for you. Don't do what's best for the company. You gotta do what's best for you, man. You know, you gotta put yourself first. One of the first thing I tell people, man, if you go back and listen to my early videos, way back in time, bro, like I don't care how many people said it after me. I know I said it first. Location is the key. You know what I mean? You say Coke, Florida, still using the first tractor? That's crazy. Coca Cola up in the building, man. That's crazy. Yeah, man. When choosing a job, man, I always go location first. And then you go from there. If that job that's close to you, if it's not working out, you know how much money you can save just off of just driving to work. You know how much money you can save, bro. Like you know how much gas I put in my car for the week time just driving like I drive like 5 miles to work. You know how much money I save just off of that? I can literally ride my bike to work if I want to. A matter of fact, the other day I was thinking about the, let me tell you, the only reason I don't ride my bike, I'm talking about bicycle. The only reason I don't ride a bicycle to work, cause I think that'd be good exercise. Let me tell y'all the only reason I don't want to ride at night. I'm kind of like skeptic slash scared to ride at night. Somebody hitting me off the road and stuff like that. So that's the only reason I wouldn't ride a bicycle is like for night ride. But other than that, if it wasn't the nighttime that we going to work, I definitely do something like that. Get a little exercise in, you know, stuff like that. But we ain't doing that in the nighttime, man. Because if people knocking people off their bicycle in the daytime, what you think they going to do in the nighttime? You know? So, bro, that's big time savings right there. Yeah, you're right about that too, man. Riding a bicycle, you never know. You'll never know, bro. But, you know, that'd be some good exercise, though. But just imagine you get done. Yeah, man. After a heavy day of working, after a heavy day of working, man, you gonna be riding that bicycle crazy. Yeah, I gotta pre-chip that bicycle, man. Matter of fact, I'm gonna ride my bike, man. Y'all should, hey, truck money, man. We gonna get some bicycle and ride to work, bro. They think we can't ride bicycle to work. We gonna pre-trip the hell out of them bicycles, man. Matter of fact, we hey, well, we going we doing mountain bikes though, man. We ain't doing the other bikes, man. We food service drivers, man. We ain't doing all that. We ain't going all out like that, man. You ain't gonna see. I don't know about truck money out, but you ain't catching me in no biker shorts. You know what I mean? That's going too far for me. You know, showing up to work, pushing cases in your biker shorts. Come on now. Hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. Hold up, bro. That's wild. I ain't never heard of nothing like that. They had a baby shower at the job. That's crazy, bro. That's the worst thing you can do, man. Is let me tell you, if you're a manager and you're not clean, that's the worst thing you can do is get on your employees, man. If you're gonna get on your employees, you better walk a straight line. I'll tell you that right now. This ain't the 1950s or 60s or 70s or 80s or 90s. Like people actually speak up nowadays. And the thing is, drivers ain't scared to speak up either. You know what I mean? Like none of that lame management no more, bro. Just chill out. You know, some managers they try to manage as if they're better than people, man, and they full of dirt. You know what I'm saying? Like, shout out to all the good managers out there, but all the bad ones, man, y'all can do a bad backflip and just I'm a hey, shout out to all the good managers, but all the bad ones, I want y'all to do a bad flip, do a backflip, right? And I want y'all to do a misjudgment of how you gonna land. You think you're gonna land on your feet, but you just land on your head, man. Put yourself out your misery. I ain't mean that. I can't say that. My bad, God. Jesus, I didn't mean it that way. But y'all know what I mean, man. Yeah, that's straight. Yeah, sometimes you just gotta fight fire with fire, though, man. I'm pretty sure Jesus meant what I meant to say, but I still repent for saying that, though. That's pretty awful of me. Uh, man, the only problem I see with the touch freight job nowadays, a lot of people catching on to us, man. You know, so a lot of people. But the good thing is, a lot of people they coming into this industry, but they suck. A lot of them are good, but a lot of them just suck. And there's nothing wrong with being sorry, right? I'm not saying that everybody is not built the same, right? It's nothing wrong with being soft. A lot of men nowadays, you just gotta understand that they're soft. They're not built like, how, you know, huh? I got it. They're not built like man was built back in the days. Now, with the exception of a few good ones, man, like I gotta give some of the young guys credit, especially some of the young guys that I work with now. It's a lot of good young guys out there. I'm not talking about them. If you know you're good, you're young and you're good, and you got your head on your shoulder, I'm not talking about you. I'm just talking about the ones that's just built mama titty soft. You know what I mean? Single mama soft. You know what I mean? Don't yell at my son soft. You know what I mean? That's my baby soft. You know what I mean? Don't yell at my grandbaby soft. You know what I mean? It's okay, baby soft. You know what I mean? Toilet tissue fell in the toilet soft. Peanut butter and jelly soft. Y'all get the drift. Jello soft. Biker shorts soft. Bro, some overcooked rice soft. You know what I mean? And it's like that's why, man, I think one of the big mistakes that one you say Mr. Floppy on the first date soft. Oh man. Hey, let me tell y'all. Shout out to all the single mothers out there. Y'all do a good job and blah 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 blah. You know what I mean? Y'all really do a good job. But for the ones that try to keep their kids away from the father, man, I think that's wrong because like I'm not even gonna lie to you, man. Like I think boys really need their dads in their life. You know what I mean? And to all the fathers out there, all the fellas out there, don't treat your son as the way you would treat your daughter. You know what I mean? You got to treat them different, man, because you know one's a lady and one's a man. Like you can't treat them the same, man. I ain't telling you what to do. I'm just here, like giving you some advice. You know what I mean? And especially all right, especially when it comes to the house, like chores and stuff, man. You got to give these little boys chores so they can learn. You know what I mean? Oh, yep. Hell yeah, man. I hate when they try to keep the kids away, bro. It doesn't make no sense. You know what I mean? Like, you got to give these little boys chores. You know what I mean? You can't go too soft on them, man. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Like, sometimes I be giving my son, like, random things to do, like, any time of the day. You know what I mean? I treat him good, but, like, I like, see something random and I'll be like, hey, go pick up the trash in the yard or, you know, clean your bathroom or sweep him out the floor just randomly. You know what I mean? Just let him know like mentally like you got to be ready all times. You know what I mean? And this what randomly, yo, because in life is gonna hit you randomly. So I think when you give them like a little schedule and things like that, they probably gonna think everything in life is gonna be like comfortable like that. That's just the way I think. You know what I mean? So I don't know how y'all do it, but that's how I do it. So make a long story short, man, like it's just a lot of people cannot. Oh, I think he what 10 now, 10 or 11. To make a long story, huh? Yeah. How old is he? 11. He turning 11. Okay, yeah, he 10 right now. Yeah. Huh? How do I feel? Man, I got a bad memory. Anyways, he gonna be 11. You know what I mean? Like I don't remember. But anyways, like I was saying, man, like social media, all the things that they got nowadays is designed to make these kids soft, man. It's up to us as parents to take their phones and just take their phones and just like just Yo, sometimes you just gotta take their phones for the hell of it, man. Like, yo, just get off that phone for a minute, bro. Just go watch some TV or do something, man. You know, you gotta be like that sometimes because you know. I know you probably got a dad listening to my channel right now with his son right there, and his son probably like, man, turn him off, dad. But he don't want to hear that, you know. Do not want to hear that, man. But it's all good, man. Like I wasn't really raised up with my daddy like that, man. But I was brought up with my grandma. But back in the days, growing up with your grandma, it was kind of different, man. You like it was kind of rougher than how it is nowadays. You know what I mean? Like nowadays, you got the grandmas you got nowadays is pretty much like the don't yell at my grandbaby type of grandbaby. You know what I mean? The grandmas back in the days, they'll bust your ass. You do something wrong, man. But not these grandmas nowadays, man. These grandmas, hey, I ain't gonna lie to you. These grandmas, they still trying to go out with their daughter to a clubs and stuff like that, man. These grandmas these days, man, they still trying to get their hair done, stuff like that. Man, y'all know what I'm talking about, man. Am I lying? Let me know if I'm lying, y'all. You know what I mean? So that's what created the softness for these dudes nowadays, man. It's not structured like it was back in the days, bro. These grandmas back in the day, they'll put their foot in your butt. Trying my best not to curse, Jesus. But grandmas not back in the day, they'll put their foot in your butt, man. These grandmas nowadays, man, they're more concerned about if they put their foot in your butt, they gonna break their nails because they're going out to the club with their daughter and her friends, and they gotta look good, you know, hair done, nails done, stuff like that. They'll go to club on a Saturday night and they'll turn around and go to church on Sundays. These are the grandmas nowadays, man. Bro. These are the grandmas nowadays, man. Somebody tell me if I'm lying, bro. You know what I mean? Tell me if I'm lying. Don't let me get started on the granddads. I ain't gonna do that. The dying of the hair, the wearing skinny jeans, bro. I think somebody gotta tell old people nowadays that they're old, bro. I mean, let me get this out the way. When you get older, you don't gotta stop living. It's just the way you live, man. You gotta, you know what I'm saying? You gotta live righteous, man. You gotta, you know what I'm saying? All the little young things you be trying to do, like, like you're not supposed to be at the same club with your grandpa. You know what I mean? Like, you all up in the club and close the door, please. Y'all up in the club, because I don't go to strip clubs, but y'all all up in the club and you throwing the ones and stuff, whatever y'all throw at the strip clubs or whatever, wherever y'all go, and you look across the room and you see your granddad. Come on now. Don't let me get started on the granddads, man. Now I know some of y'all mad at me right now because I'm probably hey, I'm probably describing people y'all know, man. Like I'm not even gonna lie to you, man. When my mom was alive, like she man, I ain't even gonna talk about it, man. I'm gonna leave that alone. But she was a good mom. That's all I know. But she used to party too. So like I'm speaking from experience, man. I'm speaking from the culture that I was brought up in and the way I was brought up, you know. So sometimes when I talk, like it comes out with a funny twist, but most of the things I talk about is just from experience, you know, and some of the things that I went through, some of the things I seen, you know, stuff like that. Um, for instance, like I don't think my side of the family, I don't think they was ever like they never been like grandma and granddad to my kids. You know what I mean? Like when you're grandparents, you can't be friends with your grandkids. Like no, you're supposed to be grandparents. It's a certain level of like let's just say you have in the police, you have the sergeant, then you have the chief, right? Like if you're a grandkid, right, and you go see the sergeant and that don't work, you don't want to go see the chief on some charges. That's how it should be, man. But it's not like that. You know what I mean? Like in the world that we live in today, kid get in trouble, they go see the sergeant, which is the mom. They go see the sergeant, which is the mom, right? Let's just say you got a 16, 17-year-old daughter get in trouble for doing something stupid, right? They go see the mom, which is the sergeant, right? Then the chief come along. Why you yelling at my grandbaby? Like, come on, grandbaby, let's get ready. Let's go to the club, bro. Real facts, I'm telling y'all, yo. Real facts. Then you get a call from your homegirl. You get a call from one of your homegirls. Oh, I saw your grandma and your daughter up in the club. You ain't coming, girl? Bro, hey, I wish I could make this up. I wish I could make this up, bro. Bro, this is literally the way we live in Jamaica, bro. Like, literally. I wish I was making this up, yo. I wish I was making this up, bro. But it's like so real and so sad at the same time. But it's not sad in a way because this is actually our culture, yo. And it gotta stop, man. It's wrong, man. You know? I guess, yeah, bro, like this is real facts. But a lot of people don't want to admit it. And I'm just talking about my culture, man. I don't know how y'all culture is, but I'm telling y'all facts from my culture, bro. You know? Like it's crazy. It's definitely crazy, man. But we just gotta like bring up these kids nowadays the right way, the best way we could. Um, you know, best way we could, bro. And I think let me ask y'all a question, bro. Like real question right now, right? You know what? I ain't gonna ask y'all a question. I ain't gonna ask y'all that question. If y'all want me to ask y'all a question, y'all just put keep it real in the chat. Put keep it real. Keep it 100. Cause I gotta ask y'all a question. A real question. But you know what? Nah, we ain't gonna go there. I ain't. Shout out to all the drivers up in here, man. We going Hey, that's why we gonna spark up these lives again. We gonna go live more often again. I'm gonna subscribe to the paid subscription from StreamYards so we can get back people on the screens because we talk about real life events. You know what I mean? We don't talk about that fairy tale. We talk about that real cocktail. that our grandmas and grandpas be drinking. You know what I mean? Like sometimes you have like the grandparents, they'll come from church, right? It'll be Sunday, they come from church, and as soon as they get home, man, they pouring Jack and they pouring Daniels in the cup. Make that make sense. But Sunday morning, they yelling at you, telling you, yo, you gotta go to church. Cussing at you and everything. You know what I mean? Like, come on now, grandma. You know you don't believe in you only. I'm like, man, you gotta be like, man, come on, grandma. Why you only call Jesus when something bad? Why you don't call him when things are going good, man? You know what I mean? You know, like, come on, grandma. Why you only calling for Jesus when you can't pay the light bill or the phone bill, man? Why don't you call him every day? You know? Come on, man. You gotta ask them church that your grandparents used to take you, man. Like, you gotta ask your grandparents, man. Like, come on, grandma, why this dude up there with a mic actually always asking for our money, man? What he need our money from, man? What's up, Corey? You know what I mean? Like, bro, like you got 5 people up in the building, man. Y'all hit the thumbs up for me. Appreciate y'all for coming up in here. Sometimes I wish my mom was alive so I wish my mom was alive like today so I can get her into church and stuff like that. The real church, stuff like that, because you know, 'cause you want your peoples to go to heaven, man, at the end of the day, you know? But, like it's like the truth is the truth. Y'all want to hear the truth? I'm gonna tell y'all the truth anyway. Right. Sometimes you lose a loved one, especially like y'all ever lose a homeboy, and let's just say y'all go to y'all homeboy funeral or whatever, and you got the pastor talking about he's going to a better place. Like, come on now, like you know how your friends were living. I know how some of my friends were living. Man, they going straight to hell, bro. Like, let's keep it 100. Like, you don't want to be like that, bro. Like, y'all better come on back to Bible. You know what I mean? That's why I'm telling you, hey, Trump money, bro. I can't wait. I can't wait, bro. I'm gonna be up. Hey, Sean, you know what I'm talking about, right? Am I lying? Hey, Trump money out. Am I lying? Come on, bro. Like, bro, back in the days. I had some of the worst friends you can imagine, straight hitters. You know what I mean? And we up in the church, and you got the pastor talking about, oh, so and so is in a better place. And I'm thinking to myself, see, I had common sense from the get go, right? There's the black ones. Yeah, you put that back. Just the black and the black Air Max. You can put the blue one back. The black Nikes I always wear. Bro, check this out, right? Oh, you say Haitian style Lalo? Hey, I'm gonna be in a Haitian restaurant tomorrow, Sean. I'm gonna be go live from a Haitian restaurant. I'm yeah, you'll see. Bro, no, just that one. One is good. Let me tell y'all, bro. I had some of the worst friends. Like, When I say worse, I'm not talking about as a friend. I'm talking about the things they used to do, right? And you telling me, now we young, we running wild, whatever. Yeah. No, I'm wearing that. You can keep that right. Just bringing those. That's it. So you tell, yeah, yeah, I'm good. So, bro, so you telling me, bro? Let's pretend I'm the pastor, right? And you know you gotta hit a homeboy, right? You know what your homeboy used to do, whatever, right? I'm up on stage and I'm telling everybody in the crowd, I'm like, now is the time for you to turn your life back over to Jesus. Time to give your life to the Lord. You know, brother, I'm just gonna use a name for example, right? You know, Brother Maxwell, you know, he lived a good life. He served a purpose in the neighborhood. He gave back to the neighborhood, and the Lord has come and take him to a better place. Well, you know damn well he was serving dope in the neighborhood. You know damn well he got some bodies on him. And you telling me, you're up there telling me that Jesus came and took him to a better place. Man, get the hell out of here, bro. So I'm saying that to say this, man. Now is the time to live your life better, man, and live your life the right way, man. Because, bro, majority of these pastors out there are phony, man. Y'all stop going to some of these whack churches, man, with these lying ass people, bro. You know what I mean? And then you got, I don't know why we talk. I don't know why I end up like in every lie lately. In majority of the lives that I do, lately, right? In all my life, no matter what I do, I always end up talking about this, bro. I always end up talking about these whack churches, right? I don't know why, bro. It's just been coming out of me, man. I guess because I went to so many different churches growing up, and I realized like all of them is whack. You know, I don't know why. You know, and I don't feel bad calling them whack either because they're wolf in sheep clothing. You know what I mean? So I don't feel bad calling them out, and I don't feel bad no more calling out nobody religion. I just don't. You know, you say the hood serial, the hood serial killer going to a better place, man. Hey, Corey, you said the right thing. Faith. It's all about faith, man. It's all about being holy, bro. You know, being holy and just hey, you want to get closer to God? Read your Bible, man. You know, and you just gotta believe in God on your own, man. Don't be going to no don't be going to some of these churches where you got pastors that's setting up an Easter bunny hunt. Man, get out of here, bro. Easter bunny stuff. It was originally like I'm not even gonna say it because I can't remember what it was. It was I don't want to tell y'all. I can't remember what it was originally designed for, but basically it was witchcraft, something like that. Corey P, you ain't lying because you gotta understand that you gotta understand that, man, as long as hey, that's what it's designed for, man. The devil wants you to like keep doing wrong, you know, bro. Once they finish that, once they finish that church in Eustis, Florida, I'm gonna be up in there at least once a month, bro. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, like the church I'm gonna be going to, like there's no religion, bro. No religion. Why? Because there's no religion in the Bible, bro. You know, because why? Jesus created one church, man. You know, it's supposed to be one church. You know, so yeah, I'm gonna be going to that church, man, in Eustis, Florida. As soon as it's done, bro, I'll be up in there. You know what I mean? Definitely false prophet, man. You know. Hey, you know who got a church that I like, got a message that I like. I don't know. I think it's called the 1218 church or something like that. 1219 church. 1218. 12 something, man. It's in Georgia, man. Preacher Philip, what's the name of this preacher? He's actually a decent preacher. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Somebody help me out, man. Georgia preacher. He's always wearing black, you know. 1218 church or 1219 church. Something. He's actually a real good and upcoming preacher. No religion, bro. Why? Because the true people of God, a true. Somebody tell me the name of the church, man. Let me look it up. I'm telling you, hey, and I'm telling you, like, I'm gonna find it for y'all. Hold up. 2819 Church. The name of the pastor is Philip Anthony. Philip Anthony. Philip Mitchell. Philip Mitchell. Yeah, hey, drop money out. Like the hey, Gino Jennings got a church coming there, bro. Yeah, it's a Truth of God church coming there. Yeah, we definitely got a church coming there, bro. They're redoing it right now. They're almost done. I don't even know where Eustis is, but I know it's close to Orlando. Hey, Corey, Corey, yeah, that's good, man. Definitely gotta read, but I'm gonna break something down to you real quick, right? Hold on, break something down real quick. So you're right in a sense of Oh, I'm definitely gonna let you know Trump money out because I'm following the truth of God church right now. But you're right in a sense, but you still like gotta have like a you still gotta have an apostle to break down the word for you. You know what I mean? So you can understand it. And how you find that apostle, man, you just gotta pray for God to lead you to the right apostle or the right pastor, you know? But hey, if I'm gonna tell you right now, bro, if you pray like the way you're supposed to, like you're gonna like them falls one gonna be them falls one gonna be like you gonna able to tell those fat falls one. And bro, if you pray and if you start reading and stuff and doing what you gotta supposed to do, if you start living your life like the right way and start like cutting off some people, bro, it's gonna be so much people that don't need to be in your life. They're not gonna help just to show their signs, yo. You gonna see so much like evil people just like doing things for you to stop dealing with them. You don't even have to do no hard work, bro. Like they're just gonna appear, and it's gonna be so much obstacles in your way when you're trying to do right. But you got to keep on pushing and push everything out the way, bro. But like all the evil people is just gonna appear, bro. It happened to me right now, bro. It literally happened to me right now, bro. Like I give y'all a little. You know what? I'm not even gonna put him out there like that. But at the end of the day, he a clown though. We got 5 people up in the building. Appreciate y'all for coming through. Hit the thumbs up for me. Oh, what the conversation was? What the conversation was, Trump money. Nah, dog. We cannot support TD Jakes because because some of the things that's written in the Bible, TD Jakes supported, man, and he's a big supporter of he's a big supporter of Tyler Perry and them boys, and you got to read up some chapters in Leviticus. I'm not even gonna get into that, but you know, dog, we can't support him. Oh yeah, you definitely got to remove some people out of your life, bro. You know. Hold up. TD Jakes passed the throne to his daughter to do what? What's she gonna do with the throne, bro? I can break that down for you. Like I'm not even preaching. I can't. And I can break that down. I can break that down for you. First of all, she's a woman. Respect all women. You know, shout out to all the ladies out there, man. But okay, I can break that up down for you, bro. Bro, it's so much chapters that can break that down in the Bible for you. First of all, I can tell you with my own knowledge that the man is the head of a man is the head of a woman, right? Let's get that out of the way. Like it's written, right? Bro, okay, let's go to you can go to Timothy, right? Chapter 2, verse 11 to 14, right? Bro, l- let a woman learn quietly with all submissiveness. I do not permit a woman to teach or to exercise authority over a man. Rather, she is to remain quiet, right? Bro, you're telling me that she's the head, like right now? Like for real, for real. And nobody don't got no problem with that. And you know why? I'm gonna tell you why she's the head, right? Because it's a to them, it's a business. They want to keep that money in the family. They want to keep that money flowing. You know. See, and that's the thing. That's the thing about That's the thing about like some of these people, man. Like some of these false prophets and stuff like that, man. They want to pick and choose what parts. See, when you're a blind person, blind as if you're not willing to learn a lot of things on your own, and you're not willing to seek out, right? When you're blind, like you're just gonna go for whatever, right? Like when you're blind, it's just like you having a football coach, right? Knowing you going up against the best linebacker in the state. Let's just say you're going up against the best linebacker in the state, right? And you got a weak, your tight ends are weak, your left tackle is weak, but your first play is a swing left, and you end up breaking your running back's leg, right, bro? If you go back to Timothy chapter 2 verse 12, right, it literally say, but I suffer not a woman to teach, not to absorb authority over the man, but to be in silence, right? Now, so you're telling me that you're preaching out the Bible, so you're just going to take out that whole page out of the Bible. then that means you're preaching what you want to preach. You're teaching what you want to teach. So if they don't lose no followers or no churchgoers, I just don't know, man. That's just sad. It's sad that they're literally leading people to hell, and people are just going for the ride. Hey, I told y'all earlier, man, that I told y'all earlier that somebody literally go to church on Sunday and then they'll turn around on Monday and grab their blunt and go on back and live the life they were living, yo. Cussing, all type of things, having a wife with a couple of baby mamas on the side, you know. And I'm talking about y'all. I'm talking about the preachers. I'm talking about some of the pastors. This the way they living, bro. You know. Hey, hey, you're not lying, bro. You're not lying, man. And bro, I had an uncle, man. Life experiences is real, man. I had an uncle, man. He was big on churches, right? And stuff like that. But we all suspected that he was kind of sweet, right? He didn't mix his Kool Aid the way we mixed ours. We all suspected Unc. Like, we'll mix our Kool Aid, put a little bit of sugar in it. Unc, he'll dump the whole sugar in it, right? Unc just walk with a different type of swag, a little bit too much of a lady swag. We all suspected it, man. Bro, bro, we all suspected that the Unc was like, like we all suspected Unc was Aunt. You know, to make a long story short, bro, for real, I'm being for real, man. We found out that he was on the other side, and it was very sad, man. Like for me personally, like it it was literally it was a tragedy, because you know it was literally a tragedy. And I'm saying this, you say auntie, and I'm saying this laughing now because I can laugh now, because bro, bro, Corey, I'm getting to the story, bro. I did lost an uncle. I did lost him, bro. Like, you turn off the light, please. Like we lost him for real, in real life. Like he ended up dying of HIV, bro. And that, bro, that hit me hard. You know what I mean? And bro, the most church going dude you would ever find. And I started questioning myself over these churches from way back then. I started questioning some of these churches from way back then. You know what I mean? Because I think his dude or whatever went to that church. Yeah, for real. Hey, Trump money out. I thought I told this story a long time ago, bro. And that kind of hit me hard to the fact where I just start questioning everything, man. Like, what y'all be doing, bro? Like, what y'all got going on up in there, man? like a lot of people don't realize. So sometimes y'all hear me talking like this. I be talking from experiences, man. Like what type of leadership, man? You gotta pray to be under the right leadership, bro. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, it's okay now. I can talk about it now and I can laugh about it. Sometimes you gotta laugh about stuff that make you cry, you know? That's the only way you can keep moving. You know what I mean? Like always remember that, guys. Sometimes laugh about stuff that can make you cry. You know what I mean? Man, but bro, I literally think about him for a second. Yeah, I need yeah. True, true, true. Yeah, man, you gotta keep it pushing, man. You know? Gotta keep it pushing. Yo, a lot of us are damaged goods growing up, bro. That's why we're so protective of our kids. And that's why we're so like cautious of the way we bring our kids up. Because like a lot of people I know, a lot of people that follow my channel is damaged goods, yo. Like, our surroundings, our parents. Like, I'm gonna keep it 100, man. Our parents, they did a good job. They did the best they could, but like, a lot of us are damaged goods, man. Some of the things that they used to do, like the amount of women our fathers had all over the place and the amount of kids they got. You probably got brothers and sisters that you don't know, you know? Like, we're damaged good, bro, you know? And we got to do the best we could to, like, change it around, yo. That's why I tell everybody, like, it's okay to be okay, bro. It's okay to move in that good neighborhood, to have neighbors that don't look like you, you know? It's okay. It's okay to be right. It's okay to send your kids to the best school. It's okay, man. You know, it's okay to take your daughter, your son to that dealership and buy them a better car than you driving. You know what I mean? It's okay because you don't gotta grow up the way you don't gotta bring them up the way you was brought up. It's okay to like change the tradition. You know what I mean? It's okay not to want to be on that corner where you find all your friends is at after all these years they still on there, and then they want to say that you think you're better than us because you decide that you want to do something with your life. It's okay. You know what I mean? It's okay to keep driving trucks making money. Even if you got your cousins, they don't like you because you go to the family function and they say you act like you better than them because they still live with their parents, and you went ahead and you got you a house living with your lady and you doing good. It's okay, bro. Man, hey Corey, that's crazy that a lot of us, sorry for your pops too. Sorry to hear that, but a lot of us, bro, we just didn't grow up together. Do you know that we got brothers, like we got brothers, not blood brothers, but people that we grew up with, people that is our surroundings is more of brothers to us than are actually brothers, because like, some of our parents, man, they just went and had so much kids, and you expect all of us to be close. How the hell I'm gonna be close with 11 people, bro? I don't even know them all like that. I got brothers here, sisters there, sisters everywhere, all over the atmosphere. Man, come on, bro. I got siblings up north, siblings down south, siblings to the east, siblings in the west. You know, it's just too much, bro. So it's okay to have two kids, two or three kids. You know, don't you see how things are going nowadays? Like nowadays, people have two, three kids the most. That's it. Like me having four kids, that's a lot to a lot of people nowadays. People two or three kids. Some people even one kid. Why? Because like, bro, everybody gonna know everybody. Most of the time, they all gonna grow up together. That's not how it was back in the days. You know. So I'm just here telling y'all, man, it's okay to be right, man. Don't feel bad when you're doing right. Don't make nobody make you feel like you think you're better than them, and you know, y- you can't even get a new car in peace and drive back to your old neighborhood. You know, you might as well drive something beat up and something junky to your old neighborhood, man. You know, yeah. Hey, a lot of kids is expensive, man. Hey, especially to the food costs nowadays. Food costs alone is going like will turn a lot of people off from having all them kids, man. Especially, hey, the child support nowadays. Oh my god, like child support is serious, you know. And then you'll have a kid with a girl, and she'll tell you that she ain't gonna put you on child support, but when y'all break up and she's not getting that attention no more, the first thing she turn around and do is go put you on child support. And child support, if you're making good money, she pretty much own you for 18 years, yo. Or until the kid even go through college, I think. I think they can go over 18 years, right? As long as the kid is in college. How does it work? So it's an expensive decision that you gotta make, yo. You know what I mean? Like kids ain't cheap. Daycare is not cheap, bro. He is not lying. He's definitely not lying, man. Having kids is expensive, man. So I know exactly how it was back in the days, man. It was rough, you know. Like if I count my brothers and sisters, I mean, I'm gonna count my brothers and sister right now. Every time I talk about my brother and sister, I literally gotta stop and count 'em. I got one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine. Am I missing anybody? six, 7, 10. Man, hey, I think it's 10 of us, man. Oh, I feel that's a good idea. I would definitely do that. Yeah, that's a good idea, bro. um, my next car is a SUV, man. I wasn't gonna buy no car. Well, I still don't want to make no payments, but buying an SUV. Huh? Huh? No. Buying an SUV is a very expensive endeavor, but right now I'm kind of doing my research on which way I want to go. It's between the Tahoe or the Yukon or the Palisade or the Telluride. So, in other words, either I'm gonna go hard or I'm gonna go budget, right? I was doing an extensive research. Yukon versus Tahoe. Basically, it's the same truck. Came out the same family. The Yukon just got a little bit more of that luxury feel to it, and the Tahoe just got more of that sharper edge. Looking at the Ford Expedition, that's pretty nice, pretty roomy. You know, it's also expensive. Like you say, you too broke to join the conversation, bro. Even though I'm looking at these SUVs, man, I don't think I can afford them, bro. Like they're like, especially brand new, man. Like you know how much a brand new Tahoe is, bro. It's ridiculous, bro. You can literally buy some land instead of buying a Tahoe. Like that thing, like 70, 80 grand, bro. So I'm definitely looking at a pre-owned, probably like 2 or 3 years old. With a couple miles on it. I'm definitely gonna go pre-owned. Like that's the way I'm gonna go. That's probably the best way I can go with an expensive vehicle like that. Or you like motorcycles? I mean, it might be like, I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. I haven't bought a pre-owned car in a long time, but that vehicle is really expensive, bro. That's an expensive vehicle. I don't think I can. We talking about over $1,000 in car payment. I can't do that. You know, I cannot do that. So definitely looking at that. I like the pre-owned. I like the prices of the pre-owned Expedition. Um, they got some good prices on it, so I might be looking in that direction. Either put down a lot of money on it so my payments will be cheap, or just I'm not gonna buy it out cash. End up making more money. I made more money in the markets with that cash than I ever get back with a damn car. You know. So we just gonna put some money on it and get some good payment that I'm comfortable with. What kind of truck you have bought? Yeah, I like trucks too, man. But damn, you got a 2024 2500. You riding big boy, man. Okay. Yeah, that's a big truck right there. Big boy. But hey, most people going to work tomorrow. I'm surprised y'all up this late, man. We gonna get out of here, man. We going live early in the morning. I'm gonna be up and running. Um, Shout out to everybody. Shout out to all the drivers, food service drivers up in here. Shout out to all the U.S. food drivers, PFG. We definitely up in here, man. I'm proud to drive. I'm happy to join the PFG family, man. Let's see what's the future gonna bring, man. Hey, y'all stop taking our cases too, PFG. We see y'all. Yeah, but hey, y'all be easy, man.